How do you like your turkey? People like their turkey multiple different ways, and I have thoughts on this.
My mom she used to just roast it all the time in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably around, maybe I was around high school or college, she started doing a brine of the turkey.
Okay, to get it juicy,
yeah, and then she would just kind of
completely
dried
dried out.
Yeah, she never put any actual stuffing in it, because she found out that basically it kind of, I think it either dries out the turkey or it just does something weird to the inside, which I think it supposedly dries it out or something, so it kind of just sucks it all in like a sponge.
That makes sense.
But
my grandmother did do that like forever.
Yeah,
I never liked turkey or dressing, or excuse me. I guess it's like stuffing and dressing. Dressing's on the outside of the turkey, and stuffing's in the inside. Of the
I always think of like the dressing being like the carrots, celery, onions. Sometimes people put potatoes, parsley, like the decorative veggies.
No. Dressing and stuffing are technically the same thing, but stuffing is stuffed into the turkey, and the dressing is outside of it. Like, out of curiosity.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's just a weird differentiation.
It's like lava and magma.
Yes, it actually. God, I love how delightfully weird your references are.
When the walls fell.
Yeah, see, like here we go. Turkey dressing. It's stuffing. It's just
okay.
It's just stuffing.
So since my family was never the kind that did that stuffing, do you then just spoon it out of the cavity of the turkey then?
Well, usually, so the way my grandmother did it, yes, there was the ones that you'd cook it, and you'd also cook the separate dressing version, and then there'd be one container on the table that was dressing and clearly drier looking, and then there was the wetter, kind of, in my opinion, grosser looking,
sloppier looking,
sloppy. Let's just say slop.
Slop.
The bread slop that came out of the turkey's butthole. That's just sitting there, and I was always like,
prison gruel.
Oh God, I can't do this.
Yeah, because I imagine that a lot more of the juice or liquid from the turkey would kind of go into that.
Oh yeah,
as a result,
for sure. But I hear all these people talking about, deep frying it, re-deep fry a turkey, or the brined turkey, the covering
smoked turkey, rotisserie
smoked turkey, covering it in butter turkey, injecting it with shit turkey. Like every 20 minutes, you open it out of the oven and inject it with saline solution or something.
Turn it into minka. God, those breasts can get bigger.
That was a reference that I was not expecting to hear tonight. What was it? Big Asian boobs. What was it? Is that what she used to say?
Number 1, Asian big boob queen.
Adam Carolla's favorite person.
God.
And you know what? He is a man of culture.
I looked her up when I was listening to Loveline as a kid, and I immediately was concerned about Adam's choice and as a 16-year-old. I was like, really? Okay. But my point is that these people go through all of these ordeals basically to make turkey taste like chicken.
Basically. Yeah.
It's like we have a bird, we have a fowl that tastes good already, and we have turkey. And so on this one day of the year, people go jump through hoops to try to make turkey taste like chicken.
Yeah. And most of that flavor, I mean, a lot of it, like if you do a lot of things, it kind of just, I mean, it'll permeate into the flesh through the skin, but most of the time it gets stuck by the skin. But if you're like injecting it and doing different things like that, like if you're able to take the skin off and just give it a rub with like spices or seasoning or something, like, I guess that works. But turkey on itself is perfectly fine. It has that unique, I mean, even though it's probably farm raised, it has this special unique gaminess compared to like chicken or something like that.
Yeah, it's not really my vibe.
Not quite my tempo.
Well, I'm glad that you had a decent meal that you enjoyed. But yeah, as you were saying, we're going to take a look at, these are Google Trends of Thanksgiving side dishes.
Yeah, and I think these were search results leading up to Thanksgiving itself.
Uniquely searched Thanksgiving side dishes over the past week.
Yep. I would say probably Thanksgiving week would probably be it. So it's just kind of interesting to see the swaths of the country and what they were basically searching for. There's a caveat though, that even though many states share the same color, the specific type of dish might be different, because it appears to me like anything that's like a casserole of any sort is green.
Is orange.
Or I'm sorry, yes, orange. Yeah. God, I've gone colorblind
it's
here.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got you, buddy.
I mean, I'm over 40. Colors that are like green tend to be vegetable based. So you've got like balsamic laced carrots from Utah. Sounds very gourmand. We've got oven roasted corn from Iowa. We got mashed potatoes in the north there. Montana, mac and cheese, because I guess you can't grow potatoes up there in North Dakota. Bacon wrapped green beans in South Carolina. That sounds very good. The states that happen to be pink, those are going to be your stuffing states, and they got different types of stuffing. Sourdough stuffing, pineapple stuffing.
Yeah, there's going to be a stuffing states.
Yeah, it's a stuffing state.
What the fuck is pineapple stuffing?
I guess
What's
they make it
here?
with pineapple.
Mm.
But the states that are gray are just completely Fruit Looped.
Off the rails.
Yeah.
Nebraska. What the fuck is happening in Nebraska?
Fruit salad, deviled eggs. Delaware has brie mini tarts, which I don't know about that.
Fucking Delaware fucking shit up again.
Yeah. But there is a lot of showing for sweet potato casserole, which I personally do enjoy. Sweet potato casserole. You got the sweet potatoes, and then you sprinkle some pecans over the top of it, and then some brown sugar or marshmallows in some cases and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I mean that turns into more of a dessert item.
Yeah, because sweet potatoes themselves, like you can turn into like sweet potato pie, right off the bat. So, but this is, I mean, if you look at it, the majority of the country has casserole, which tends to be the more sought after side dish. According to Google, when people were looking up various types of recipes. Any of those are your personal favorites that you've had before? I know you hate Thanksgiving food, but I'll still ask you the question.
I'm always a fan. I do like mashed potatoes. I do like macaroni and cheese. So that's all fine with me. I've never had green bean casserole. It's one of those foods where the sight does not appeal to me, and so if I ever would eat it, it would just to be I've made it 40 years without eating it, so I should probably give it a shot. But it also doesn't come up in my life.
Yeah,
They
apart from that one day of the year.
But even then, it wasn't available where I went for Thanksgiving. It wasn't there. They did have sweet potato stuff. They did have they didn't have macaroni and cheese. They had cheddar and corn.
Cheddar and corn.
It was weird. I never heard of it before either, but it was one of those things where the texture made me a little off. It was a little off-putting. I just love how we go from brie mini tarts, which is very luxurious, yes, pinky up, to ramen noodle salad. These are in the same color category.
That was my pinky up. Well, I mean, if I was in like Virginia or Minnesota, deviled eggs, I would totally be destroying all those deviled eggs. We have a friend of ours, and she at like friend get-togethers, she would always make like deviled eggs, and I would just end up gorging on them. Like I was like Joey Chestnut at the hot dog eating contest, then I'd leave like 2 or 3 deviled eggs, and I'm like, am I a jerk because I ate them all practically? But I'm like, I never see anybody else reaching for them. But I'm like, Caligula Moronicus comes back out, it's got to make that appearance.
I can eat 50 eggs.
Nobody can eat 50 eggs.
I think it's hilarious that Louisiana has to look up fruit salad. Like,
it should just be in everybody's like knowledge bank.
Do you have a produce department with fruit there? Mm-hmm. Go nuts. You can basically take any combination of like 5 fruits and dice them and throw them in together and call it a day.
Fruit salad, yeah.
For a fruit salad.
I wonder if they also are the kind that add like the marshmallow fluff to the fruit salads.
fan of that.
No,
Isn't there
not
a
a fan.
name? Isn't there a name for that? Oh,
Yes, there is.
it's like what whales make. What's the thing that whales make that's worth a bunch of money?
Blubber?
No.
Whale oil?
Hold on. I swear I just saw it.
It's like
ambergris? No, that's not.
Oh, ambrosia salad.
Ambrosia. There we go. Thank you. I knew it sounded the same. So thank you for getting there for me. Because I watched Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. No, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because it's one of only 2 Thanksgiving films that I can think of.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
What's the other one that you would think of? This isn't a test.
I think there was one. Erica's watched it before. I think it's Carrie Bradshaw's in it.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's like
Where
The Family Affair or something like that.
Yeah,
Family
something
Stone.
Like that. It's Family Stone. Yeah.
Is that that's a Thanksgiving film?
I think it's Thanksgiving. I would think so.
Family's annual. It's the word that I need is family's annual Christmas.
Damn it.
No, I'm thinking of Dutch with Ed O'Neill.
I've never seen Dutch.
Dutch is technically kind of a Thanksgiving film. Ironically, I think that Dutch is actually written by what's his name? The same writer as Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
John Hughes.
John Hughes. Yep. So he did
Oh.
2 of the 2 Thanksgiving films I can think of. He did both of them.
Well, it's nice that he showed some love to that, middle holiday.
Yeah, the forgotten
Because
holiday.
Thanksgiving really is the middle child between
Halloween,
Christmas.
Halloween, awesome. Christmas, awesome. And then you got New Year's as the epilogue. Thanksgiving, it's kind of like
New Year's the epilogue. New Year's is the oopsie baby.
New Year's is the lay on the floor and cry baby in my life.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was the name of the salad that you were talking that we came up?
Ambrosia.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that has the stuff in it, right? It's got the marshmallow
fluff. I think marshmallow fluff.
Ambrosia salad.
I don't know if it does or doesn't have like Jello pieces in it, or maybe that's a different one. I always remember there was this one I would see.
Oh my God, what is this nightmare?
I would see a jewel where it was like, it was always like this plastic mold, like prepackaged mold, and it had like Jello and marshmallow fluff, and I was like intrigued by it. I was like, I want to try it, but I'm like, see, it looks like it's like been sitting there for years.
I always thought that was just Jello and marshmallow fluff or whipped cream. It's not. Was that Ambrosia salad secretly this whole time?
Maybe. Or
I
maybe
demand
I
you
saw it
to.
in different colors. It was like red and orange and green would be another one.
Well, I mean, that's what this. Oh my God, it looks so weird.
It looks like the insides of a clown.
I want to see your insides. So what's the recipe? How ingredients? Mandarin, marshmallows, pineapple, coconut, sour cream, maraschino cherries. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess I could give it a whirl.
It looks like it's definitely one of those recipes that came about post World War II. Yeah. I love
Good
those
point.
like some of those things you see sometimes on like the cooking board where it's like this retro recipe thing and people have made them before and stuff like that, and they're interesting, they're edible, but
So I dated a girl who used to make something that for her family, for whatever reason, was into it. And I think we were dating around Easter. She was bringing it for Easter, and I was staying with her, and she was making it and cooking it or putting it together. I don't know if cooking.
Assembling it.
It had like tuna salad in it, and it had a bunch like salmon. I don't know. It was like a lot of sour cream, a lot of bread, and like sculpted into some kind of those
fish.
I think it had like gelatin in it too.
Okay.
I don't
Did
know.
it have to go into a fish-shaped mold?
No, it wasn't.
'cause I've
It was like a
never been
cake
something else.
though. It was like you sliced it like a cake.
Oh,
It
okay.
was. It my eyes. She gave me like the cutoffs from it and sent me on my way. And I got home with it. I still have the plate because we broke up not long after this, so I still have the plate that she sent it home with. And it was so bad, my eyes started to water, and I was like, I could feel like the blood draining from my head.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I got to spit this out. There's no way.
Yeah.
Those 50s stomachs were built different.
They were. There. A lot of lead paint in them and stuff.
Exactly.
I've seen the one. I don't know. You've probably seen it too. It was something where they took they peeled bananas and then they wrapped the bananas with like ham, like deli ham, and then they put some sort of like, I guess it was like hollandaise sauce or something like that.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, I'd give it the old college try because I'm kind of I eat weird shit and stuff.
Yeah,
all
you've
the time,
got.
but I'm like,
As much as I want to say that we're on equal footing, I do think that you have a much more bulletproof stomach than I do. Ultimately.
right. So I think there's a second picture too.
Sorry, I was looking at more of these like fucked up dishes.
They're always fun to peruse.
Well, it's just nightmare fuel. Like the name of this is Filthy Dreams. I don't know. From the Filthy Dreams kitchen. Recipes to nauseate your Thanksgiving guests.
Oh, God.
It's like a little outfit. It's wearing a tuxedo made out of bread. That's not too bad. That's kind of cute. But like...
Yeah, there we go. Turkey loaf and aspic, yep.
What?
Nate, Nathan.
Oh, there we go. Look at that beautiful thing.
That's the milk chicken.
Milk chicken.
Potato sauce. Yeah. And there's more turkey and aspic. All right. Sorry. We'll go back to what you wanted to talk about. So next
I'm going to try some of those recipes now.
Next up
Spam.
is...
If you saute spam on a pan, it's really good. Skillet.
Well, that's just you're on your way to making spam musubi.
Mm-hmm.
Spam's just good in general. Spam's like a great, especially like when I have a hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Some rice, some spam,
Some spam. You'll be good as gold.
some eggs. Great.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's check out the next one. I think it was baked goods. Was another one.
Yep. Baked goods.
People were searching, and we have a color code over there. We
Cake,
got
cookies, pie, bread, and other.
bread and other. I don't know what other is. I guess other would basically be kind of like puddings of some sort, like a bread pudding, cheesecake pudding, cornbread muffins, macaroons. Macarons.
It's different than macaroons. Macaroons are made from coconut.
Okay.
Macarons are French pastries.
Macaron.
Macaron.
Sure. It's addictive. Yeah. So we can also see this is, kind of a similar thing. A lot of people are doing some cakes of some kind. Alaska has sourdough charcoal bread. That must be a very unique type of thing. I guess they probably do it over a open pit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin pecan Biscoff in Hawaii. Very specific.
I don't even know what a Biscoff is, to be completely honest.
Biscoff, it's like, I've seen it before. They're like little cookies. They go good with like tea or coffee.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Those type of things. But I think a lot of people have been able to use, I think it's like the Biscoff like batter mix or something like that they've been able to use in different things now. It's very popular. It's Belgian.
Nice.
Yeah, there's
real
yeah.
nice.
Washington State has focaccia bread, which is I don't know what's happening there. But then, going across the rest of the country, you have there's German banana pie in Utah. I don't know what to say about that.
Okay, I'm
Very specific.
Well, I'm zeroing in on. Pretzel's a little odd. but that's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that in our good old home state, Illinois, cornbread muffin is that rare, that it's the only state that has cornbread as a search term.
Yep.
I would think that would be kind of a staple of Thanksgiving. Maybe it's just an Illinois staple of Thanksgiving, apparently.
We grow a lot of corn out here.
We do
gotta
grow a
do
lot of
something with
corn.
it at the end of the year.
But the Native Americans, Alex, they were eating cornmeal and cornbread.
But they make them into muffins.
But it's the same. Just the same thing.
Oh,
When I was in grade school, we made corn muffins and shook our own butter.
Oh, okay.
We like
Little,
the heavy cream, and you shake it long enough, and then it starts to solidify, and then you would put the butter just like the Native Americans did.
Oh, okay. So they had dairy cattle.
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't the Native Americans. Maybe it was actually the Pilgrims that.
Probably, yeah. They brought like 2 cows over and stuff.
Yeah. Now that
So how long do you have to shake
now that you mention
for it to become butter?
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh,
You have to remember you're 6 years old, so it's not as traumatic as
it is.
for a 40-year-old.
40-year-old.
I can only do this motion for
40-year-old
about 3 minutes before I'm done.
And put on hand lotion too.
I don't. The hand lotion's too much work.
Yeah.
In my experience, I don't. Come on. I just want in and out. I don't want like a whole lot of cleanup.
What else do we have here? We've got the usual thing: cake pops, apple cake, apple pie, banana bread. We got strata from Washington D.C. I think it's an Italian thing, maybe.
I think it's interesting that there's so many like pumpkin pie, pecan pie, apple pie. This is all. Oh, there's a cornbread. That's bullshit. Cornbread muffin and cornbread qualify as the same search, in my opinion.
Yeah, basically.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know if there would be much of a difference. I mean, you just put one in a bread pan, the other one in a muffin pan.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It's the same batter.
Yep. So that's basically what we have for baked goods. And then our last picture is going to be pie specific by state. So even though some of these people kind of looked up pies and stuff for baked goods, we get to see what they're actually. Some of the pie, whoever had pie should be
There are
translating.
savory pies on this list.
Yes, savory
tamale pie.
Yes, tamale pie. That's a savory pie because it has to do with, I think, some meat of some sort, minced meat of some sort.
I assume it's like a tamale. It's like a giant tamale.
I think it's like a tamale crust, and then it's filled with like the meat and the spices inside.
Yeah, it's like a giant tamale.
Oh, tasty.
It actually kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like the Mexican version of shepherd's pie.
Oh, that looks good.
I would
Actually looks
certainly
pretty
not
solid.
kick it out of bed.
No, I would not.
I'm going to have to look up if there's a place to get tamale pie around here.
Maybe, or you can make it yourself. If you
I
want.
don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, you could try. When it's cold outside and you want something warm in your tummy.
If I tried to cook this myself, I'd end up with a giant skillet of something that tasted awful, and I have spent $50 on ingredients to throw it all away.
I don't think you need $50 worth of ingredients.
Really? I feel like whenever you cook anything, it costs like $50. Yeah.
You got meat, you got some spices, you got cornmeal. It's not going to be too expensive. Some inexpensive sweet corn.
It's not cornmeal, I don't think.
Well,
maybe
I
you're right.
think-
No, you are right. Yeah. It
Or
is
maybe they
cornmeal.
mix it
Sorry.
in with like a batter of some sort. You add the cornmeal.
No, sorry. You're right. I was thinking of something. Here we go. Pie recipe. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of shepherd's pie.
Well, you can make shepherd's pie if you want. What are the ingredients? Tamale.
Tamale's pie contains tamale. Let me soften this for everyone.
Yeah, Jiffy. Yeah, you could just use Jiffy cornbread mix.
No, I want cornbread after all this cornbread talk.
Mm-hmm. So we got the usual things. We got cream pie, pumpkin pie, grape pie. I've never had that. That's interesting.
Where are my cream pie homies at?
There's buttermilk pie. I've had once. I enjoyed it. I never had the opportunity to have it again.
Which one? Sorry.
Buttermilk pie.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
There's butterscotch pie, which I would like to try. I would try to give that a try. Shoe fly pie. That's an Amish specialty. I've
How
had
do you
that
know all of this?
because I eat different foods.
But where do you
I'm
get
not a-
this stuff from?
The store.
I've never shoe fly pie. I've never heard of
Shoe
that.
fly pie. I've had it before at like an Amish restaurant.
All right, I guess that's
The one we went to that one time.
Yeah, I was gonna say down in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
how many restaurants are serving shoe fly pie around me.
You can make it.
I didn't even know it existed.
Well, now you do. G.I. Joe.
I don't.
There's also Banoffee pie, which I've heard of Banoffee pie. And these are all pies. I would love to eat pies. My wife does not make pies. She makes them once in a blue moon.
She's she's a baker too. She's a cake artist though.
She makes cakes. Her specialties are cakes. She does make scotcheroos, which are pretty good. And she's been doing a lot of more recent years. She's been doing like sourdough bread. She makes pretty solid sourdough bread. So that was something we started during COVID. She had a starter going for a long time, and she kept on feeding it, and then she took a class about how to do sourdough properly, and she was like, I don't know what we were making during COVID, but we were eating it, and we were like, this is good stuff. Yeah, this stuff fine. Good. Yeah. Sourdough.
I do find that to be a very amazing story that you told me while I was eating sourdough at your house the first time. You guys were like, yeah, we found out we didn't really know what we were making. We started it during COVID, and then
There's lead paint chips in it before, but we're all good now. It'll get out.
and I'm like, so is this is the figured out stuff? And you were like,
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah. So, but any of these pies would be a solid go-to. Sweet potato pie in the South, obviously.
Are they missing a? Am I? Oh wait, never mind. No, everything's fine.
Yeah.
No, go on. Any of these pies are pies that you would like to have?
Oh, definitely. If it's a pie, I would definitely. I mean, there's been so many times like I want to just get like a Marie Callender's or Sara Lee pie from the store and just bring it home and just sit there and just eat it. Just like not even share it with other people. Like a dog with his bone.
Just take it and eat it in the backyard as soon as like hide from everyone else.
Yeah.
I do enjoy. You said that they actually had French silk on here someplace. Who was French silk?
No, I was
Oh, you were
saying
just
if you were to
saying.
do like
Okay.
a French silk pie. Yeah, but there's a bunch of places. There's a bunch of states that had cream pie on there. I don't know if they maybe.
I think French silk is a different cake or pie than specifically cream pie. It would just be French silk pie.
Yeah.
But
Coconut
Baker
pie.
Square French silk is my favorite pie, but it's so rich that this year my mom was like, do you want to pick up a pie? And I said, no more, it's too much. Because then it's
I have to drive home. I'm going to pass out
and
behind
I
the
don't
wheel.
want to take an entire 3/4 of a pie home with me. That's not.
Come on.
No, I don't. I don't want that sitting in my living room. Sitting. That's where it was going to end up. I don't want that in my refrigerator because it's going to turn into that scene in Ghost Story where the woman's just sitting there eating the entire pie, crying, and then throw it up. That would be me. 2 days after Thanksgiving, after I drink half a bottle of whiskey.
Oh God, that sounds amazing. And you didn't want to do it.
And you didn't want it. I'm such a disappointment to you. Well, we're only a few weeks away from Christmas, where we get to do it all over again and have a whole new set of foods.
Yep, we got about a month's worth of weight loss time, and then we get to purge again.
No, binge.
Binge. I'm sorry. Well, some of us still purge. I mean, those runaway models.
My family for Christmas, though, is much more hors d'oeuvre based. Although I think last year, Colin, the main course was Italian beef.
Oh,
So he had like a big pot and rolls and like giardinara and peppers and stuff like that. But then
was
it
it
was
sliced beef or was it like pulled beef?
it looked like the beef you get from Portillo's.
Okay,
So is that sliced?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like pulled pork. I'll put it that
Okay.
way. It wasn't
That's-
like pulled.
The first time I went to Erica's parents' house, that they were making Italian beef.
Yeah, no.
They served
that's
that. And I was
not-
like, it's like, what is this?
That's not real
What is
Italian.
this? What is this?
I remember you told me that. I think you sent me a picture of it too.
I did. I had to document. Because
you were
guess
like-
what this is? You're like,
Is that like some kind of weird pulled pork dish? Mm-hmm. You're like, it's Italian beef. I'm like, that ain't no Italian beef I ever seen.
that ain't no.
It's sort of like when the general concept filters down to like a different country or something. It's like Japanese pizza. It's like
Yes.
it's the baseline is the same, but everything else is very adapted to the residents.
Yeah. It's like Japanese Jesus.
I love fan fiction Japanese Jesus. It's like Japanese guy was like, I really like this like Christian thing, but I got to make it more customized.
Yeah.
It's like Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ, but the Japanese version. It really is. Glad you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everybody watching had a great Thanksgiving, and we'll have a wonderful Christmas coming soon. Although we will have a Christmas episode before then, so I'm not going to say Merry Christmas to anybody, even though you can see my Christmas decorations reflecting right there.
Jingle bells. Jingle.